welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tessa. I am in the last year of my doctorate of pharmacy program. I'm also a certified personal trainer and working on my nutrition and health coaching certifications. This topic is really close to my heart, blending my pharmacy knowledge with my more holistic vibe. I decided to stop taking birth control last October, so almost a year ago now. And the reason why I wanted to wait to do a video like this is because I really wanted to get in a place in my body that I felt I'm regular, I'm on point. I feel like I finally recovered from 4 years of using birth control. I also wanted to talk about this video because I felt so confused and I couldn't find any reliable sources or any straight answers on how to stop taking birth control safely. And so I really wanted to make this just a resource for you guys. So make sure to comment any questions that you have down below. Make sure to share this video with any friends who might be interested in this, and so we can just really create more of a safe space around this topic. The last reason I wanted to address this topic is because being in the pharmacy realm and working at a pharmacy, and right now I'm on rotations at a community pharmacy, I hand out birth control like it's freaking candy. Every other prescription, I'm just like filling birth controls one after the other. Obviously, I am not your doctor. I don't know you specifically, so you have questions or you want to try this out, you need to talk to your healthcare provider. But I just wanted to show you my 2 cents, share my experience in the hopes that I can help anyone out there. During this video, I gotta get some stuff done, so I might take you along, but I promise they're like fun errands. So actually right now, I'm gonna go to the mall and try to find a dress because William and I have our engagement photos in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna try to, you know, spruce up the outfit for you. And throughout the day, I'm gonna be talking about some of the benefits of taking birth control and oral contraceptives, some of the negative sides to it, how and why I decided to stop taking birth control, and then how I dealt with the aftermath of my hormones going like this for like a good 3 months. So I'm in the parking lot of the mall that's closest to me because honestly, if anything costs more than $30, I'm gonna be trying it on because I'm a lazy gal. When I order something and it doesn't fit and you gotta ship it back and you've gotta find an envelope and then you have to reorder the size that you wanted, it's just a lot and I don't want to deal with it. Anyway, I thought I would start off and tell you guys why I decided to be put on birth control or why I decided to start taking it. I was 19 at the time. In my high school career, I was a 3-sport athlete. I was super active. I had like 0% body fat, and so I really had an irregular period. And then when I went to college, I thought it would kind of normalize out, and it never did. And so I went to the doctor's office and they were like, yeah, cool, put her on birth control, that'll solve your problems. And as I started to progress in my education, I just noted more and more things that oral contraceptives and birth control really interferes with. And then we actually went over the section on birth control, and that is kind of what clicked everything in my mind that I was like, ugh, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Before I say anything else, I will say that birth control has many benefits. And also, I have so many friends that have really severe period symptoms. I have friends that have been hospitalized because of pain, nausea, vomiting, migraine, all of these different things. The only thing that seems to help is birth control. So I don't want to demonize birth control. I am a pharmacist at heart. Like, medication is there for a purpose. But in my situation, I personally wanted to see if there was other ways other than birth control to regulate my period. So after learning about birth control and the side effects that it causes and the disease states that it has problems with and drug interactions and I mean everything, and when you think about it, I mean it's messing with your hormones, it's regulating your hormones, or it's causing an imbalance in your hormones depending on if you're on the right birth control or not. And so all of these different things, I was like, I do not want to deal with this. I'm a perfectly healthy person. I was just having irregular periods. I don't have any chronic diseases. I don't take any medication, and I just didn't want to be taking a pill every single day. As I mentioned before, I learned more and more about the side effects and disease states and drugs that it interacts with, and so this is not like a scare tactic whatsoever, but once you start hearing the list, you can understand why I was like, I don't like the idea that I'm 1, on this, or 2, that so many people are on it without really discussing the negative sides to taking birth control, because I just feel like it's handed out with any sort of period problems. I just really want want people to be aware. Like, this is not meant to scare you, but just be aware of those potential side effects. And being aware then allows you that if you do start to take birth control or you're on birth control and you have these symptoms, you can start to question, is it the birth control or is it something else? So some of the things that I started to realize: oral contraceptives actually increase the effect of alcohol. Nausea, vomiting, fatigue, weight gain, increased blood pressure, migraines, bloating, breast tenderness, hair loss, dry eyes. Oh, my eyes were so dry on birth control. I couldn't even wear my contacts. Acne. It can cause depression or depressive symptoms. It can cause blood clots or increased risk for cardiovascular events. Increase your risk for breast cancer and lung cancer and developing certain lung tumors. Birth control can interact with antibiotics, seizure medications, beta blockers, warfarin, HIV meds, antidepressants. And it makes sense. It messes with your hormones in a good way or a bad way. So it's, you know, your hormones affect everything. And then the last thing, I just couldn't friggin' remember to take it every day, but I would like miss 2 or 3 doses like pretty frequently. I could have gotten an implantable device, or, you know, you see those people, those things in their arms. Just this idea of placing a foreign object in my body to regulate my hormones just didn't sit well with me. So now that I got like real deep and real serious on you guys, I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna go dress shopping. Hopefully I find a dress for our engagement photos, and then I'm going to in detail tell you guys exactly how I stopped taking birth control. Was one of the easiest, best shopping experiences I've ever had. I got in, I got out. That is how shopping should be done. I ain't got no time to go to multiple stores, try on different dresses, worry about what I'm gonna look like. No, that was freaking perfect. So now I want to talk about how I actually stopped taking the birth control. With this one, I wanted to go to my doctor because I wanted to be safe. I wanted to make sure that I could quit it cold turkey. And so I went to my doctor's office and they were like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. We'll see you in 6 months if you don't still have your period. Okay, that wasn't helpful. So I had to do my own research. So I ended up going online. I went to PubMed. I went to really respected blog posts. I went to Mayo Clinic things because I wanted to research what I could do and what I could expect. There are 4 things that I decided to change in my life. The first change that I implemented in my diet, in my life, was incorporating maca powder. So I did a whole video on the benefits of maca, and I'll link it in the description below, so I'm not going to go into it very deeply, but maca has the ability to balance the hormones. So I had a half teaspoon of maca, which is about 2 grams, every single day in my morning smoothie. The second thing that I did was implement probiotics. Because the way that birth control works in our stomach and our system in our body, it can damage your microflora. And because of this, I wanted to replenish some of my microbiome because it is so important to your health. The third thing that I did, and I thought that this was one of the most important things that I did for myself, a magnesium supplement. Magnesium has a bunch of positive effects that it has on the body, but one of the most pivotal things, especially with oral contraceptives, is that actually helps break down estrogen. So if you have an excess of estrogen, it allows you then to help kind of remove it from your system a lot easier. It also is important to produce progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone. And the last thing magnesium does is it kind of chills out your pituitary gland, so it's not making as much cortisol, decreases the amount of stress hormones going on in your body. In regards to stress reduction, that was the 4th thing that I implemented in my life. Meditation, I decreased my screen time, I did more meditative walks, and overall I just tried to zen myself out. Okay, I'm gonna go grocery shopping and we're gonna talk a little bit how my body responded to stopping my birth control after 4 years of using it. It was a stressful time. Alright, time to talk about the juicy stuff. What exactly happened to my body after I stopped taking birth control and what is happening now? So for about the first week, I was good. I was flying high. I felt freaking amazing. I was like, this is gonna be a breeze. And then the second week hit. I was extremely bloated. I was so tired and I just felt off. Like I didn't feel like myself. And then the third week hit and that was kind of the same thing. I was bloated, fatigued, and I just felt off. And then the fourth week hit. And this is when my evil alter ego came out to play and stayed for about a month or so. I remember thinking to myself, I should not be angry about this, but I'm angry about this. And you know whose fault it is? Williams. I remember just being angry over the littlest things and I could just not, I know it was stupid. In my mind, I was like, I should not make this snarky comment, but I was like, I'm gonna make it anyway. So William, if you ever watch this, I love you so much. And then slowly my body started to kind of shift back to normal. I was fortunate enough, I got my period right on schedule. It was totally fine. It was a normal period and I went on with life. Afterwards, it did kind of ebb and flow. The first period I had was right at that 4 weeks and then it was 5 and then it was 4 and then until I'm finally on that schedule of every around 4 weeks I get it. But I never lost my period. I had it right away back. So I was really thankful for that because that was the biggest thing that I was worried about. The second thing that I noticed is my acne cleared up. So as I told you before, some of the side effects of birth control can be acne. And right around my time of the month, I would get this just severe rash. It was painful, it burned, it was itchy, and it was not good. And I realized that my acne cleared up. And sometimes, you know, around the time of the month, I still get a few friends here and there, but it's so much better than what I had before. The other thing that I realized is that right away, I actually did gain weight. It wasn't anything crazy, but I just noticed that I was really bloated, I was puffy, I was holding on to water, and that took about 4 months to subside. But now I realize that if I want to lean out for some reason, or I don't want to be bloated on a certain day, it's a lot easier for me to do so. So that could be the birth control, it could be in my head, I don't know, take it what it is, that's my experience. And so now it's been almost a year and I actually feel finally like myself again. After using it for 4-ish years, it took almost a year for my body to recalculate itself. And that really brings me back to the whole point of this video. This video is not to demonize birth control whatsoever. It's absolutely amazing for those who need it and those who are taking it for contraception. You know, go you if you want to keep continuing on. It is really about taking back the power over your health. It is when you go to the doctor and you have questions and you're experiencing something, it is coming in with your own research, with your own questions, and really sitting down and analyzing all possible options. My philosophy is always try to fix the food first, then try fitness, and then go into pharmacy, because I really think that people don't understand when the doctor says, here, take this medication, you want to be certain that that is right for you and your disease state. Obviously, this is just solely talking about birth control. There's other things like other disease states and things that you're like, yeah, you should take your medication, because you are the one who is going to have to take that medication. You are the one whose health is going to be affected by what you put in your body, because I'm sure you ladies understand most of your friend group will be taking birth control for some sort of reason. And if you want to take it, that's totally fine, but just understanding the risks and the benefits of it. I just want to be there for you, for a resource in support of you guys. So if you have any further questions, go ahead, put it in the comments, send me a DM on Instagram. My handle is @the Superfood Pharmacist. Or if you have friends that have questions about this or want to learn more about this, go ahead, share that YouTube link. That's what it's here for. I just want to help you guys be the best you can be and empower you to improve your health. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want more from me, hit the subscribe button. But thank you guys just so much for being respectful and being open about talking about this subject, because I really think it's an important one. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!